What's up everyone, SD's here. Today we're gonna talk about zhiyun Smooth 4 smartphone gimbal. What's up everyone, SD's here. Today we're gonna talk about zhiyun Smooth 4 smartphone gimbal. This is my long-term review, all the pros and cons. I'm here in the Crosstown building, Memphis. It's 9 a.m. Monday morning. Got my French short coffee, so let's go, let's make the video. Let me tell you all about it. So first we're gonna start with the pros, with all the great things about it, and then about bad things. The greatest thing about this gimbal is definitely a battery. Battery life is amazing, and I don't remember when the last time I charged this. I'm using this like almost every week, and I don't remember when the last time I charged it. It says on the paper that you can get 12 hours of usage, and which is really good. I mean, you'll never actually record 12 hours, so you can have this battery 4 days, maybe even months with no charging. Depends how often you're using it. Also, that big battery is good if you want to charge your phone, but about that option we're gonna talk a little bit later. Second thing is a really great build quality. Durability is really good. Build quality is even better than DJI Osmo 2 smartphone gimbal, and then it's a great stabilization. These 3 motors, they work really well. You can get really smooth and nice footage with no problem. And also thing that I really like is many features. That was one of the reasons why I choose this over the DJI Osmo 2. It has track options. Track option, it's good. It's good on a paper, better on a paper than in a reel. I feel like it needs a couple of more software updates to actually do the job properly. Unfortunately, I can't rely on the track mode option. And then we have vertical recording. You just turn this for 90 degrees and record in the same way how you would record in a horizontal way. Then we have vertigo mode, which is really interesting. You can, with a little bit of practice, you can get really nice shots, especially if you have a slider, slow motion. It's cool to have it. But these days, every newer phone has really good slow motion by itself, so maybe for that, you can use main camera on the phone and just a gimbal to get smooth slow motion. Then still and motion time-lapse. I found it really interesting, really cool, especially motion time-lapse. So yeah, there's a many great options on the phone. Also the focus and zoom in and out wheel, pretty good. Many controls right away on the gimbal, practical to use. But now let's talk about all the cons about this gimbal. So I have this gimbal for several months now. I bought this gimbal as soon as it came out. I even pre-ordered it because I was thinking it'll be the best thing ever. It would be the best thing ever if they finish the project. I really feel like they just rushed it up. They had great ideas and just put it all together and then put it on the market without actually checking does everything works perfectly. When it comes to the software and hardware, this is a bug city. First, I want to talk about hardware issues that I had. So first, handle it's okay, but it's pretty thick, which I don't like. I understand it's thick probably because the big battery. It's kind of boxy and bulky, and when I want to do some crazy shots that I love to do, I'm kind of limited. I would like if handle would be more like zhiyun Smooth 3 or zhiyun Smooth 1 that I personally had. I don't like the handle. Many times when I want to do some crazy shots, it was not practical to use. Now something that I found interesting, but kind of negative way, is the small circle of rotation. So I understand here you can't do a lot of the like 320 degrees because of maybe of this clip, but why here then is limited. Many times I found that like obstacle, or here it's also more limited than zhiyun Smooth 3. Also, when it comes to the rotation, one thing that zhiyun Smooth 1 had, first gimbal, when you're recording something, you could have rotations like this, and then you could get like crazy cinematic footage going like upside down, whatever, in circle. And funny thing is, Zhiyun Smooth 1 first didn't have that. Through the software update, they put that option on the gimbal, and it's crazy. I love that. So I know they can do that here, so please do that. Then no joystick, like, no, I don't know what they were thinking, because one of the first people who will buy the gimbal are vloggers. Many times, again with Zhiyun Smooth 1, I loved it, the joystick that it had, because I would record something that was in front of me, and then just press the joystick, camera will roll with no any shake, it will be really smooth. But here, I do not have joystick, I don't have the option. I gotta like turn my phone like this, but then I gotta grab it here, grab it here. So I gotta use two hands, I will get shaky footage. It's not that simple, it's complicated. And then these buttons for phone go mode and follow mode are really important. These are the buttons that I use the most. I barely use some of the buttons here. When I want to record, my hand needs to be all the way here, and then I'll need to be careful how I'm holding those buttons. It's not really comfortable. I'm limited with what I can do. Now I want to talk about something weird. So let me show you quickly. So with this gimbal in a box, you will get this cable for charging, USB-C, normal USB, but then here you'll have USB-C and micro USB here. So in a box you get only this cable, but if you want to charge your phone, you gotta have USB, micro USB to USB-C, because most of the phones now are USB-C or lightning cable on iPhone. So you gotta find like that weird type of the cable, and then you can't even charge your phone because this thing is here, and every phone has down in the middle charging port. Charging of the phone is kind of gimmicky. What I wanted to say, that the amount of the phones that Zhiyun's app supports is even some of the really good brands and expensive phones it will not support. So for example, I know that LG is not really at the top anymore, but it doesn't support nothing newer than a G6, which is pretty bad. Then I don't remember even seeing Sony, and if I'll have like support with the app, that will be great. But they don't give me support for LG V30, which is a great phone. And from another side, they have a support for like phones like Smarties, never heard of that, Vivo and Oppo, which is okay. But here in the States, for example, many people don't even know for the phones like Vivo and Oppo. They do know for LG, for example. And then a software update for this gimbal is still a little bit complicated for anyone who is not a tech person, I would say. And also software updates are really slow. So I took this gimbal when it just came out, and from that point till now, which is almost a half a year, it was only one software update and like some small improvements, but nothing extra, nothing special. And this gimbal needs a lot of the software update to make those options that it has really stable and to be really reliable. Then again, bad thing is, I was thinking first, okay, maybe the Bluetooth is not unstable because it doesn't support my phone, which again is not. But then I was watching some other videos, even people that had like Apple phones, Samsung phones, they had app support, they were also complaining about unstable Bluetooth. So those are my all complaints, and I'm sorry if you think that I went too hard on this, but I really wanted to love this gimbal. So my wish list is motion recording, joystick option that can be installed on these buttons, and rotation like this in the videos. So those three things are my wish list. So my expectations were like here, and actual product and things that you can get from it were here. This is SZT, and please subscribe my channel, press that notification bell, leave a like, leave a comment, we can hang out there, and bye guys.